Hey guys, and thanks for tuning in. And today I was going to do a quick review here, and that's going to be of my latest project. It's pretty much finished, and this is my Glock 21Sf, and I want to go through some stuff I've done to it and why. And let me just show you it's empty. I hate even racking it because I don't want to get it wet. I mean, get it fingerprints. Okay, you can see it's empty. Okay, and while we got this up here, I'll start the review. My Glock, this is a Glock 21Sf, and I have had it ported. I've had windows on top and on the sides done. I've had the barrel also quadruported. It means there's 2 ports here and 2 ports there. When you put it back down, you'll see the holes in there, and you can see the wheel coil spring through there. And I've had the whole slide titanium gold coated, and that was done by Coating Services Group in California. And I had my sights done, and those were coated by Coating Services Group in California. What I did is I bought Trijicon suppressor sights, and I took them apart, stripped them, sanded all the glue off of them, polished them, took out the tritium tubes. I had to destroy those and send them back to Trijicon. You can see they re-stamped it there in white and there. And now I have my night sights, suppressor sights. I had a plate made for this. This plate comes off and I could put an RMR in there. It's just 2 screws. I have had extended slide release in here, and I have had that titanium nitride gold coated. Also, all the pins for the frame. This is a metal frame back here that's normally plastic. I've had that done too. I have an extended takedown lever, which has been coated titanium nitride gold. Even the parts on my cider lock. And the way the cider lock works is just press that button in there. You cannot fire the trigger. And then when you just press this one back out, you can fire it. I have a anodized rear slide cover. That's metal. That's an anodized. I bought that. Got that in there. Pretty much this is a ambidextrous model, which is a dual magazine releases, one on each side, and it has a Picatinny rail for a light or a laser. They discontinued this model because they were having some problems with them, mainly in the ambidextrous in there. I did too at first, but I fixed it. I had to buy some part for it. So if you're going to get this frame, you're better off, if you want to avoid that, just get the one with the single magazine release, and then that's fine with me. It didn't really matter. This also, I had some internal modifications, and I'm going to show you those. Let me show you the magazine. The magazine's got a gold base, and I offset the letters. I filled them all in gold. Now let's go ahead and take it apart. We'll show you a few things internally what I did to it. We're just going to take a kind of a field strip down, but we'll take the slide take a little bit further down. Take it down. It's basic, same thing. Press the pin. Slide the frame off. Now we'll lay the frame to the side and bring this camera down. What I did here internally, you can see I took all these parts out and I got them all titanium coated. You can see where they're wearing. Actually, it's kind of interesting. You can see the wear points on a Glock if you look. There's a wear point back here. There's a wear point there. Well, that's really it. A teeny wear point there. But I could do these too if I wanted to get fussy. I would just get a gold plating kit with a little solution and electrodes, and I could do that. And I could even do the serial number plate in there and this too, but I didn't bother. But I could, maybe one day I will. Pretty much everything else is, standard. I did all the pins that are in here and here, and it's pretty straightforward. But I want to show you that's internally kind of how it looks. So I used to be a car show buff, so attention to detail is one thing I'm used to. Now here's the slide. As you can see, a lot's been done there. We already went into the sights and the plate and the cutouts on that. Got little fingerprints on it. This shines up beautifully, but I have fingerprints on it now. Take out the recoil rod. This is a recoil rod. Okay. This is a different poundage recoil rod because the slide is lighter now. So this is a little lighter. Okay. I went with a lighter recoil rod because you don't want it banging. So, and it's tight. It's stainless steel, but I took it apart and got that titanium plated. Titanium nitride. I have a recoil buffer in here to help the pounding on the frame. I don't know how much it helps, but they say it does, so I picked it up and it was cheap. Now we'll look at the barrel here. The barrel also has been highly polished, titanium gold, as you can see here, and it is quadruported, which means it has 2 ports in the front, 2 in the back. It's pretty much all done all up in there everywhere. And it's all everywhere, the whole barrel is done. Okay, and that in unison with this recoil rod and spring is what I use when I run it. Compensate it, right? Port it. If you look here, I have the extractor here. I have the plunger in there done. I have the striker, and what we'll do is we'll take that off just to show you. Take it off, just gotta push that up. You'll see there's a little, you can push down on that little, so just push down a little and slowly take that off. You gotta be careful because these things do shoot out. And bring it off with your finger. You'll see this is metal. This is anodized aluminum. And then here's your striker. That is also titanium coated. And then we'll take out our, try to get that out a little, best grip I can get. And there's your plunger assembly. You can see that titanium in there. We'll go ahead and take out our extractor. It just drops out. You'll see that that also is titanium. We'll take out the safety plunger spring, if we can get it out here. Hold on. Here. Okay. A little oil in there. Okay, it came out. That's the safety plunger spring. It's the factory one. I just titanium nitride coated it. I don't like using aftermarket stuff in there at all. Okay. And pretty much everything else is done. Now this is a plate I had made for it. So this comes off and these 2 screws hold it, and you can put your RMR and it will coat witness. But that's right there. You have the right. So now let's go back and put it together. I put these so many times together. I put them together in my sleep. Okay, you put your plunger back in. You're going to want to push that slightly in, because you see how that is? It's like a barbell in there. You want to see the thin area, because in this round area here, oops, push that down, you drop that right in, and then you let go of the plunger, and or the safety plunger, and it'll hold it right in. Put your rod back in. Okay, then go ahead and put your striker back on. Okay, now what you can do, you push this down. See how that opens up in there? So when you push this down, you don't want to put this in there. You'll see it'll hold itself in there. Then you want to line up your rear cover right about there, just so it kind of goes through a little, and you just push down there on this, and this will bring this area down. Push down on this plunger and port forward. I'll snap right in. Then here, you want to make sure you push in the plunger and push this down. You don't want this up like that, you want that down. And it's pretty much together. It's a little oily from my hands. Now, the next thing I did for this, I purchased a Lone Wolf barrel, and I polished all the words off. Highly polished it. And this is a threaded barrel. It's threaded for 578 by 28 millimeter, which is the same thread pattern of my suppressor, which I have right here. I have an Evo Advanced Armament suppressor, so it's threaded in the same dimensions. So I'm go ahead and put that in, put the barrel in, get the recoil buffer again, and then I don't use the same spring because now the frame, everything's going to be a little heavier. It won't be as light with the easier recoil before. It'll just, so you need a lighter spring now, and this is the original factory spring I'm going to be putting in. Okay, so I have that, and I use that for when I run the suppressor. Okay, so it goes in there like that. I have fingerprints over everything. And then assembly is pretty straightforward. Okay, everybody knows how we, I'll just bring the camera up. Everybody knows how we put Glocks together. Take it like this, right? And just push in. And you'll see the Glock is together. Now she's together. So now, let me get this up a little here. We can go ahead and put our suppressor on. Suppressor just screws in like this. That's it. Now we have a suppressor, and you'll see that co-witness is fine. If the camera can focus in on it above the suppressor, that's what you want. But now we have the Evo suppressor in there, and it fires great with the Glock. It it really does fire good. So this really works out good for me. So wanted to show you that. So we'll pull that suppressor back off. And we're just going to leave the threaded barrel in it for today. So I wanted to show you that, and that's kind of the work that's gone into this gun. And I'm glad how it turned out. This is, in my mind's eye, how I did envision it. Definitely a unique gun. It has a little bit of everything in it, but I just think these sights really blow the gun away. I mean, how many people have titanium coated Trigicon suppressor sights? Very expensive to get these sights set up like this because I take the tubes out of them, and if you don't take the tubes out of them correctly, Trigicon will not plate them because they're a hazard from the nuclear regulatory. So you have to really do it correctly. Thanks for tuning in to this, and if I ever do a chrome slide Glock, I might do the same thing with some sights for chrome. I think that would even look really awesome, or even like on a Desert Eagle chrome night sights. But these are night sights and they're sweet. But thanks a lot. Tell me what you think. And this is my Glock 21Sf. Way to go. Thanks.